Hey, the Doohickeys are in the studio. Yes, I've been wanting to say that forever.
That is such a great band name, by the way.
Thank you.
Haley and Jack and Jordan's over here as well. Dude, Bubba, today is a banjo day.
We have a banjo in here. That's
Jordan,
so
give us a little
great.
banjo.
It's not every day you have a banjo in the studio, and he's got a harmonica too. So if he needs it later,
gosh. Are you kidding? We're gonna oboe on a train and head out of town.
You should see his yo-yoing.
Oh,
and
wow.
he's a yo-yoer.
It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
impressive.
Wow.
He's
My
also
Uncle Mike was
playing
the
a
world
yo-yo.
champion yo-yoer back in the 70s. Yeah.
Garrett, do you
Big
know
flex.
Garrett, do you know what a yo-yo is?
Of course I know what he
Oh, okay. I didn't know. That seemed like it was
It's an idiot, right?
yeah, it's a dumb guy. All right, so the Doohickeys. So Haley and Jack, you guys came across, I think, a lot of people on social media. You pop up as like these silly songs, and not silly. I don't want to be disrespectful, but they are kind of silly.
They are pretty
and they're
silly.
fun and they're well written, and you guys sound great.
Thank you.
And there's the album. It's got stuff on it like "I Wish My Truck Was Bigger." This town sucks. You can't dance. It's all kinds of good stuff. And the album is out. In fact, we have an album.
Oh, like a
All
record?
hat-
Vinyl?
All hat, no cattle. Look at
that's
that.
wonderful.
But since you guys are here, is there any way I could do a request?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Is there any way I could get a little bit of This Town Sucks?
Absolutely.
No problem.
Let's do it.
All right,
boys.
this is the Doohickeys. You're gonna love this. Trust me.
1, 2, 3, 4. All the shops close up at 6 except the Dollar General. We got more cows than people here, and baby, we got several. We got half a dozen churches, about half as many stoplights. And even though we only got one bar, we got 500,000 bar fights. Don't wanna be no city slicker, but here on Sundays they don't serve liquor. This town sucks. This whole place blows. There's nothing to do. Life here moves slow. Everything you need can be found within a mile. But if you wanna have some fun, you're gonna have to drive a while. I always say I'll leave someday, and it can't come soon enough. Yeah, this town sucks. All the high school kids hang out in a Walmart parking lot. And if you aren't a dealer, then you're probably smoking pot. And no one locks their doors at night, but a murder's still unsolved. And everyone in town knows that the meth heads were involved. If you stay here, you're probably Christian, dead on drugs or locked in prison. This town sucks. This whole place blows. There's nothing to do. Life here moves slow. Everything you need can be found within a mile. But if you wanna have some fun, you're gonna have to drive a while. I always say I'll leave someday, and it can't come soon enough. Yeah, this town sucks. I say I hate it here, but it made me who I am. So I can say it's crap, but don't think that means you can. This town sucks. This whole place blows. There's nothing to do. Life here moves slow. Everything you need can be found within a mile. But if you wanna have some fun, you're gonna have to drive a while. It ain't a place you move to, it's a place that you wind up. Yeah, this town sucks.
And doesn't everyone relate to that song? I mean, everyone you're listening going,
It's my hometown.
Yeah, it's my hometown. The Doohickeys, man, we're having some fun. If you can find them on Instagram, it's the
Yep.
Yeah,
Doohickeys.
The Space is a 6th grade boy, and you can follow him. He's great, but he's not
He's got some good memes.
Go back with the Doohickeys all the way. There you go.
Yep.
The Doohickeys are in the studio. That's right. The Doohickeys. How did the name come about?
We made a list of a bunch of names, and this is the only one that didn't suck.
Oh, really?
It was a bunch of like Southern words like cattywampus and things that we were like, that's a bad band name. It's about as bad as it
Yeah,
gets.
Cattywampus was the worst one.
I don't know.
Cattywampus
That's kind of great.
Cattywampus. I don't want to keep saying it because then we'll start. It's the Doohickeys. The Doohickeys. And so you guys, how did y'all meet?
We met at USC. We were both at, he was studying film, I was studying theater.
Southern California.
Yes.
Not to be confused with the Gamecocks one.
It's true,
Right.
it's true. Most people from my hometown were like, oh, you're going to South Carolina. I was like, the
No,
other way.
no.
Yeah. But we were working on a satirical news show on campus that was like a television show. They let us put live TV out every week, which is insane that they let
For
a
1
bunch
mile radius outside of the school, you could receive
Yes,
this
like
channel.
pirate radio.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
But Jack was the producer on the show, and I was the host of the show. And we made a bunch of dumb satirical news all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then post-college, we got together at a party at his house, and he was playing the best country music. And I was like, oh, my gosh, you play the good stuff.
That's
And
right.
So we decided we were going to sit down and write a sketch about country music, and we wrote a song.
Called I Wish My Truck Was Bigger.
And then we wrote another song, and then we wrote another song, and we tried them out at an open mic, and then people started booking us from the open mic. And we were like, maybe we should start a band.
I think it's the greatest. I think it's one of the greatest stories because you guys are just like you're not a traditional like country, framework of how a singer comes about, and it's
Is
refreshing.
there anything new? I mean, nowadays, because we get most people through social media. That's
true.
kind of where
Yeah.
they all pop
True.
up. I was doing covers. Next thing you know, I'm famous. This is kind of a different take on it. So I guess the traditional part of coming up through the bars and the honky tonks, that is one route. Then you have the social media route, or you have the satirical TV news route.
There's always that route. The Doohickeys is their name. We'll come back. We're going to play a request. It's a personal request of mine, and it has to do. It is a nod to the Queen of Country, Dolly Parton. We'll do that on the way next. The Doohickeys are joining us. It's fun to say. You can find them on Instagram. It's the.Doohickeys because there's a kid has the Doohickeys and he's like 8 years old and is running some sort
Apparently
of a scheme out of his house.
Apparently, he's a good memer, so there is that.
We haven't heard it. All right, so the album is called All Hat, No Cattle. Is the whole album kind of like cheeky songs?
Yes.
All of it.
All of it is, Jack described it really well the other day. He said, they're all funny, but they're not jokes.
All right. Okay.
Like my
okay.
life.
All right.
A little bit of a brain stretcher. But there's ones that are more on the silly end, like Too Ugly to Hitchhike. And then there's ones that are a little bit more serious, like All Hat, No Cattle and Rated Cowboy. But they're all still...
Still kind of cheeky.
Yeah.
Wordplay, yada, yada. Stuff
Yeah.
that makes us excited.
You guys are big Dolly fans?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love Dolly.
So this is, I want to request my song. I want to give out the punchline before.
Okay.
Can y'all play that one?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Let's do it.
Okay, this is the Doohickeys in the studio with us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Tumble out of bed and stumble in the kitchen. Check my phone to see what I'm missing. Scroll while I eat so I can get my fix. Rush to get ready and rush out the door. Don't got enough time, yeah, I need more. But there ain't no time when your job is 9 to 6. Working 9 to 6. Yeah, 1 whole hour later than our parents did. But the wages don't get better, they just suck like dicks. And they keep on getting fatter, but the blood don't trickle down that corporate ladder. 9 to 6, for an hour we don't get paid, yeah, that's their trick. No, they don't count the lunch break, build their rocket ships while employees still go hungry, keep us strapped for cash, so we come back every Monday. They sell you a dream in the form of a FAFSA. Gotta go to college, but nobody asked if you know how much tuition really is. Hard to find work once you got your diploma, so now the man at the big bank on you for a choice you made when you were just a kid. Working 9 to 6 just to line the boardroom pockets. Yeah, we make 'em rich when we ain't even on the docket. A whole bunch of, can I say that on the radio?
I think so.
No profit, but now they own nearly all of Congress. Hold on, I can't pay my bills just working one job. I also need to work 8 to 1. Yeah, one job just don't cut it. The grind's never done. Working till we kick the bucket. Ain't got time for fun. My free time is just for sleeping, 'cause I gotta be up for my morning meeting at my 9 to 6. Working one whole hour later than our parents did. But the wages don't get better, they just suck like dicks. And they keep on getting fatter, but the blood don't trickle down that corporate ladder. 9 to 6.
The Doohickeys.
One bad word in there. I don't know. I think you
might
could say
be
it on the
okay,
radio,
but
but
not sure.
yeah.
Yeah. The Doohickeys, you can find them online, the.doohickeys on Instagram. And also, we're going to be touring. You got the album out. It's called All Hat, No Cattle. You can check that out as well. The Doohickeys in the studio with us. You can find them online, the.doohickeys on Instagram. I know it's goofy, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So I understand that we have a story. We have a Kix Brooks story.
Yep.
From Jordan, who is
Our banjo player.
Jordan, what's happening?
Well, yeah, it's a Kix Brooks story. There's a Brothers Osborne story that happened 2 years before.
He wants Kix Brooks.
Oh, okay, Kix Brooks. I was playing at an Irish bar. There was a country music fest right across the street, and a guy comes through, and we're playing some country music. I'm on pedal steel, and he comes up in between songs, right in the middle of a set, and he's like, "Hey, the pedal steel's cool, man. And thanks for doing that." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." He's like, "I was just at the country music fest. I played a little bit too." He's like, "Oh, great. Do you play pedal steel? Do you play guitar? What do you play?" He's like, "Well, I mostly strum a little guitar. I'm with Brooks and Dunn." And he said his name, and I didn't quite pick it out, and he was kind of annoying me. I was trying to figure out what we were doing with the set. I said something encouraging to him. I said something like, "Well, keep doing it, man. Music is the best." You know, I said something like that. Just like trying to get him at it, and he looks at me and he says, "I'm the Brooks from Brooks and Dunn." And I thought he was just nuts. So I said to him, I was like, "Okay." And then I get back to what I'm doing. And then he goes up to the fiddle player of the band, and he introduces himself. I hear the whole thing. He says, "Hey, I'm Kix Brooks from Brooks and Dunn." And the fiddle player says, "Oh, it's great to meet you." And they have the whole interaction that I wish I was able to do.
As you go into Neon Moon.
Yeah, oh yeah, we were playing all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, speaking of covers, can you guys do a cover that Bubba doesn't know this one. I doesn't know that you guys know this one.
Okay.
But I like this artist a lot, and I think you guys did a killer job on this. Can y'all do this? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here you go. Here's the Doohickeys.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before. And if you could only let it be, you would see I like you the way you are. When we're driving in your car and you're talking to me one-on-one, but you become somebody else and everyone else watching your back like you can't relax, trying to be cool. You look like a fool to me. Tell me why you have to go and make things so complicated. I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else, gets me frustrated. A life's like this, you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty. You promise me I'm never gonna find you faking. Oh no, no. You come over unannounced, dressed up like you're something else. Were you are and where it's at. You see, you're making me laugh out when you strike your pose. Take off all your preppy clothes. You know you're not fooling anyone when you become somebody else. But everyone else watching your back like you can't relax. You're trying to be cool. You look like a fool to me. Tell me why you have to go and make things so complicated. I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like this, you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty. You promise me I'm never gonna find you faking. Oh no, no. Chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before. And if you could only let it be, you would see somebody else, not everyone else watching your back like you can't relax. You're trying to be cool, you look like a fool to me. Tell me why you have to go and make things so complicated. I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like this, you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty. You promise me I'm never gonna find you faking. Oh no, why you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like this, you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty. You promise me I'm never gonna find you faking. Oh no, no.
I love it. The Doohickeys. Love
awesome.
you guys so much. You can find them on online, the Doohickeysband.com's website. You can also just Google the Doohickeys Band, and you'll find them on Instagram and all the social media, including the new album. It's out. It's called All Hat No Cattle. You're gonna love it. Good to see you guys.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
This is awesome.
Also, Jordan, good job on the banjo over there, dude.
Yeah, Jordan.
Making Kix Brooks proud.
Maybe one day you'll get to meet Ronnie Dunn. Of course, you'll never know. 'Cause
Maybe if you stick with music.
the Doohickeys. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, that was great. That was good. You did good.
Thank you.
I have
You
no
were-
idea what it was because this is taped afterwards, but
You were amazing, though.
Thanks. Appreciate it.